Hello, this is Not a Spring Chicken. Today we're going to be talking about being green and the cost of being green. But I know if you really want to be green, well, you don't need a lot of clothes, do you? Oh! Anyway, we'll bring old Come on. We're going to talk about being green.
Okay.
Okay, I couldn't help but throw that one in.
Okay. Basically, this is going to be a topic that most of the people don't talk about, because the environmentalists will tell you simply that you can't afford not to. But if you can't afford to, you can always afford not to. That's the whole trick. They don't. I mean, they throw figures at you, but you can't really. I mean, like, okay, see this right here. These are the green people's things. It has been updated since April of 2007.
Are you serious?
That's right.
Where's it from?
It's basically.
Oh, carbonfootprint.com. Is that where it's from?
Basically, basically the green organization, being green, but updated April 2007, which shows you,
They've been too busy being green.
Been too busy being green, but. Like there are ways to reduce carbon global warming emissions at home and on the road,
Well, why is reducing carbon important?
Well,
or your carbon footprint?
Because
and what is it, first of all?
Okay, it's basically CO2 emissions that are primary contributor to global warming. The problem is that Al Gore doesn't like people saying this, but one volcano puts more greenhouse emissions into the air than all of mankind can do it. And they do it all in one shot.
But we can't prevent volcanoes from erupting, can we?
No, you can't do that.
Okay, but we can do
you
things.
You can do things here. I mean, okay. There are some people that I absolutely admire. Ed Begley Jr. is one. There's a man that puts his money where his mouth is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mr. Begley has been living the green life since he didn't have the money to live the green life.
Yeah, and actually, if you ever watch the series Living with Ed, which is now going on sale on DVD, if you watch it, I mean, the relationship between him and Rochelle, I mean, it shows you the whole, I mean, he's a green enthusiast.
And his wife doesn't like it.
And she is just totally fighting it, but it shows in a way what society is going through.
Yeah. Because his wife, like I said, likes to take 20-minute hot showers.
Oh, that is nice. Who doesn't?
He likes to conserve water. He also, he is the complete opposite of Al Gore, who preaches continually at people, and then uses his wealth to buy himself out of every situation.
Oh, you mean to buy carbon credits?
He buys carbon credits. He flies everywhere. He pumps stuff all over the universe in order to do it. We're gonna get into carbon credits too. But Al Gore basically preaches, but he doesn't live what he preaches.
And Ed Begley, he really does live what he preaches.
Yeah, and you go to the Green Planet. On the Green Planet, which is
the Green Planet channel.
Green Planet channel, there are some things on it where some of the people actually do live what they're talking. Most of the stuff is gobbledygook on the thing, which basically, you can't, unless you got to spare $200,000 or $300,000, you can't afford to green your house.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to be green when it makes sense, and there's things when you basically tear it all down and start all over.
Let's go to some of our videos. Ed Begley tells you how you can be green without having to have a lot of money.
That's important.
Okay,
so anyway, I know this is going to be a long one. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot. So, okay, and then basically, like, what size is your carbon footprint? You can go to
www.carbonfootprint.com, and there's a calculator where they ask you a couple different questions and you input them, and then they basically tell you what your carbon footprint is.
What your carbon footprint is, and then we got a list of what you can do to approximate annual savings, which is totally irrelevant right now. Because this is April 2007.
So the energy prices are all skewed.
They've all doubled since then, so it's going to cost you more. But you can switch to green power, CO2 savings, conventional energy production, leading cause of air pollution and largest source of CO2 emissions to global warming. Basically, how to buy green electricity. You know, you can buy renewable energy certificates, which basically is...
Isn't that like buying carbon credits?
Yeah, it's another guilty thing. If you know, basically you can have all your pleasures, like, you know, you can put all the lights on in your house, you can do, you know, just cook up a storm.
Oh, that's kind of like eating a pint of ice cream and then going to the gym.
Yeah, or...
In a way.
Or, you know what you do? Oh, you're a physical education instructor. You go to the grocery store, you buy a gallon of ice cream, 30 bottles of beer, and all the meat that you can eat. You know, that's that thing. You know, they know better.
Well, and the other one, they know better, but instead of, well, I guess it is all behavior, isn't it?
That's right. We have a competitive market, electric options.
What is that?
Okay.
Like what else can you do? What other types of energy?
Okay, in some regions, electric markets have been deregulated and customers can choose an electric provider other than their electric utility. Okay, that's basically where you have co-ops and areas.
Isn't that what Enron was trying to do?
Yeah, that's what Enron is trying to do. Is basically, that's never a good idea. But no, in rural areas, they'll have like rural power companies, which are farmers co-ops and things. And you can, you know, and sometimes like where I was, they had the power supplies from Union Electric, which basically they call monster everywhere. They ran through the area, but there also was because I lived on a large section of ground before my house was destroyed by a fire. You know, but there was a co-op that you could join too, where you could get the power cheaper than Union was supplying it. So, but...
and if you are in an area that has it, you probably already know it.
Yeah, but yeah, you would know it, definitely.
Yeah.
Because the people will tell you when you're purchasing the house because you want to know where to do the power. Mm-hmm. And they'll tell you the options. We have a utility green pricing programs, allow electric utility companies to choose to purchase some or electricity from renewable energy technologies directly from utility. I haven't actually seen any of that.
I haven't seen it. It must be somewhere else.
It's someplace.
It's not around where we live.
It's someplace probably where you have a choice between
the energy providers.
Yeah, the energy providers. We basically may have coal-powered or hydroelectric or nuclear.
You know, yesterday I was interviewing a designer, Alexis LaMontagne, who has a beautiful, beautiful design, very well finished, and she was showing me her Gothic collection. And we were talking we were talking about the heat because it was rather warm, and she says, you know. She says it's nice to have be over here. She says because my husband is very green, so he doesn't believe in air conditioning. so that's another way you can be green, not use the air conditioner as much, maybe use fans more. Although those do still require electricity, but that's another way.
I know. I mean, I had that problem when they didn't. You know, I go back to before there were air conditioners. I mean, I don't know. I had swamp coolers, which. Basically, it was just running water over straw mats, and my mother didn't think that would, you know, it cost too much to run them, so she'd turn it off. So, you know, we get, you know, my family would go, please turn the, you know.
So there's one way of conserving energy is not using it.
Yeah, right.
Okay, go back to the carbon offsets.
Yeah, well, what we're going to do is next time we're going to talk to you about carbon offsets. So for today,
this is not a spring chick,
and this is ODCAM talking to you about, you know, the cost of being green.
We're here yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Okay. So,